The over 40s could be vaccinated by the end of March, but key workers will not be given under government plans. Age brackets are expected to be wider than before, with 40 to 49-year-olds likely to have jabs after the 32 million in the top 9 groups have received their first. This means the over 40s could be sent for their vaccinations in less than 5 weeks. The Daily Mail report. The government rollout is expected to hit its current target as soon as March 24th, if the daily average is maintained. Advisors have recommended the next stage of the vaccine rollout should focus on age rather than prioritizing key work. The government's Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunisation decides the priority. A meeting was held yesterday to determine the next phase, with recommendations for the government expected to be signed off by members today. They will be presented to ministers to approve at the start of next week. A source told the Mail, members are now close to an agreement on what the next stage of the vaccine rollout program should look. It is believed that the committee rejected the idea of giving priority to key workers in favor of prioritizing age approach. This comes as coronavirus cases are back to levels seen before the pandemic's second wave, fueling hopes the lockdown could be eased sooner rather than later. Boris Johnson is set to unveil his plans for the country's way out of lockdown on February 20. This week it was revealed that coronavirus restrictions will remain in place to a certain degree until the first 15 million people to receive the vaccine were prioritized by 5-year age bands. It also included frontline health and social care workers. The current phase focuses on those over 50 and for people with underlying medical conditions. The head of the government's advisory committee, Prof Wei Shen Lim, supported the move to vaccinate age groups over any other fact. He spoke to an online audience of doctors this evening and called on colleagues to concentrate on the overall speed, saying, "One of the great successes of the program is the rate of deployment, and this is now the most important factor." He added, "Age dominates by a long way, and almost all the underlying health conditions contribute some increased risk, but not a huge amount of increased risk." Figures published by Public Health England, PHE, today have also revealed that 99% of areas have witnessed a drop. Data from NHS Test and Trace show that there has been a 29% drop in positive COVID. It accounts for the 7 days up to February 10th and shows that 106,474 patients tested positive for the virus. The number of people testing positive is now only 9% higher than in the week ending December 2, 2020. In January, infections peaked and more than 300,000 people tested positive in a week. However, in October, before the second national coronavirus lockdown was introduced in November, weekly cases were at around 100,000 a week. During this time, the country was separated into a tier system, with some areas still being allowed to mix with people outside their households in pubs and restaurants, and for most people, gyms were. PHE data released today shows that 147 of 149 local authorities saw a decline in cases per